The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language and flashing imagery.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dublin for today's press conference. And hello again to all of you that were at the sold-out Free Arena back in March for what was a quite unforgettable night, one of the cards of the year, which meant we absolutely had to come back. There is a new generation of Irish stars coming through, all being spearheaded by Pierce Big Bang O'Leary, the unbeaten super lightweight sensation. Now, Pierce was in action on that night in March at the sold-out Free Arena, and he was punch-perfect that night. He dismantled Maxi Hughes in 5 rounds and became the new IBO World Super Lightweight Champion. You can see that belt proudly in front of him there. But it wasn't supposed to be Maxi Hughes in the opposite corner that night. The man he was supposed to fight is this man, Mark Chamberlain, who unfortunately had to pull out with illness, which meant the fight was off. That is until now. So August 1st, Pierce Big Bang O'Leary will make the first defence of his IBO World Super Lightweight Championship against a man who has no real time for Pierce's big homecoming and has every intention of taking that IBO World title back to England with him. He's also not afraid of travelling and getting a result. That man is, of course, Mark Chamberlain. August 1st, we'll be live around the world on the global home of boxing, DAZN, from right here in Dublin. And for Pierce O'Leary and for Mark Chamberlain, there's no turning back. OK, plenty of great faces up here. It's going to be a brilliant undercard. I want to get a couple of words, though, from the main event to kick off. And where better to start than with the Big Bang himself? And Pierce, I mean, these are nights that you visualised when you were a child. These nights are now happening. You're now a world champion as well. Must be great to be back.
Yeah, I'm now living the dream now, and I wake up each morning, walk my ass off, and just thank God for everything that He's done for me. And there was some tough times, and now I'm here, and I'm going to stay on top, and I'll continue to stay on top, and reach more and collect more belts, and hopefully next year I'll have this whole table full of belts. So that's the plan. Look, March, the crowds, the fans, the fight itself, the whole setup. It couldn't have gone any better, to be honest. It was tremendous. I think everyone loved it. There was 9,000 seats there. Every one of them that was on the seat are definitely going to come back again. Everyone was talking about it. It was the talk of the town, talk of Ireland, and now look. Here we are again, so it's something to do it again.
The show is called No Turning Back, Pierce, and it feels like that's kind of going to be your story now. There's no easy fights now. Look across, that is by no means an easy fight. You've got that belt in front of you. If you want to keep hold of it, it's going to be difficult opponents. It feels like you're going to relish this part of your career, Pierce.
Yeah, well, it feels like deja vu, but it's funny. Let's hope Mark turns up. But not only that, it's, as we said, I'm going to stay on top, going to keep on doing what I'm doing, and yeah, keep adding to this collection.
Let's get an opening word from Mark Chamberlain, the challenger for the IBO World title. Now, Mark, this fight, of course, is delayed, was meant to happen back in March. It's now happening in August. I'm sure a fight and an opportunity that you are relishing.
Yeah, definitely. First things first, I will be turning up. Health comes before anything else. So should it in anyone else's camp. Obviously, we had to make a decision, and it wasn't an easy one. But we move on. Feels like it was only a month ago we sat up at this table, but I'm looking forward to it.
Was it frustrating having to pull out? I mean, you're now a year out of the ring by the time this fight comes around.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, it's frustrating, and it was gutting because every fighter knows what time and money goes into a camp, and to have to pull out 3 weeks from the fight is gutting. But obviously, like I say, health comes before anything. And yeah, that's it really.
Did you watch that night?
Yeah, of course I did.
Was he any good? What did you think?
Yeah, of course. He'd done what he was meant to do. Obviously, respect to Maxi Hughes for taking the fight on such short notice. But Pierce done what he had to do. Do you know what I mean? Maxi, we all know, is a lightweight and a lot smaller man. And yeah.
Hold on, he pulled out his last fight. He couldn't make 135. He told everyone that he's a 145.
That's news to me. I thought he was a lightweight.
So technically, I bet 140 fighter. That's right on.
Well, he's 135, the last I heard.
Feel he's trying to discredit your win there, Pierce, a little bit?
No,
Yeah,
definitely not.
I don't know, I feel it. Look, people said to me as well, weight bully, this, that. He couldn't make his last weight. That's why he didn't fight. That's why he pulled out. He's struggling to make weight. So really, he's 140 pound or so. What do you think, Dave?
I think I've seen him box at various weights. I've seen him more at lightweight than other weights, but at 140 he said he was comfortable.
Very comfortable. I've seen that at the press conference. He had a lot of confidence. He said he's made weight very good. He looked strong. He said he was strong, but he wasn't in a big bang yet. When Big Bang showed up, then he got drowned.
Well, let's pause on this Big Bang and Mark Chamberlain chat, and we'll come back to you guys very, very shortly. Let's speak to some of this undercard, including what I think is the best nickname in boxing. There, I'm saying it. I know there's a lot of good nicknames here and there, but Bobby Flash Flood, for me right now, is out in front. And Bobby Flood, back in Dublin, must be very special to be back out on this show.
Yeah, definitely, Dev. Definitely home crowd. You seen the crowd last time. The support was unbelievable. So to be back here doing it again, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? And I just can't wait to get out there and put another good performance.
What have been your learnings from your first couple of fights? Because the first one, it was perfect, right? It was Dublin, it was your debut, it was your birthday, you got him out, you went viral. Second one, you got a few more rounds in. What have you learned?
The second fight was a great learning fight. I was never going to get him out there because the type of boxer he was very negative and spent most of the fight running on the back foot. But it was a good learning fight. Had to stay composed and try work for the openings. But look, they never really came because, as I said, he was just running around. But hopefully this time we can get someone that wants to kind of stand and have a go at me, and I can get that flash knockout then.
Good, very good, you used it. I like that you're sat next to Adam Alanian, by the way, both around the same kind of age, both I'm sure have come through together in the amateurs as well. It feels like the future of Irish boxing is in safe hands with you boys, Bobby. Yeah,
definitely in safe hands. So me and Adam have been on boxing trips together since kids, and to be doing this now, that's 2 shows, we're at being on the same show, so it's great for the two of us, 2 young Dublin lads, fighting for our dream, you know what I mean? This is what we want to do for a living, and to be doing it alongside each other, alongside Pierce and all the other Dublin lads and Irish lads, it's unbelievable.
I think you're doing it very well, and you say it's unbelievable. I saw something on your social media which was also unbelievable. You did a version of the now famous Jim Skin shoulder drop. So you're doing more than just dropping your opponents, you're dropping the shoulder, Bobby.
I'll tell you what, right, Dev, if you do it with me, I'll do it now.
I'll do it with you.
We'll do it with you, let's go.
Yeah, do you want to come up here?
I'll come up there, yeah.
Go on, let's drop the shoulder. Let's drop the shoulder. Come on, Bobby. Right, do you want to 3, 2, the groove? Boy, you got the love to me.
There we go.
Thanks, Bobby. Pleasure. Let's get around. Round of applause for that. That is Bobby Flash Flood back in action and probably dancing at the end of the fight as well on August the 1st. Let's bring in Adam Alanian. Are you going to dance for us, Adam?
Definitely.
No. But obviously, you had your debut back in Dublin. It was tremendous, and it was over in 59 seconds. I mean, the interview with me lasted longer. How do you reflect on it?
There's not really much to take from it, to be honest, Dev. It was more so the atmosphere, the environment, everyone there, walking out in front of all them people cheering you on and stuff like that. It was something that I'll never forget, all the days of my boxing. But obviously the fight went the way it went. Not too much to take from the fight itself, but like I said, it's just the environment. And I just want to thank Frank, George, Queensbury, Pierce for getting these fights happening in Dublin. Because without them, these wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't be here for the second time, talking on this press conference. So, yeah, big thanks to all of them.
And you've got your second fight already lined up. You're going to be out in Southampton June 20th. Make sure you tune in. And then you're out on this show as well. Queensbury keeping you very busy, Adam.
Yeah, no, when I first signed with Frank, he promised me I'd be the busiest prospect in world boxing. So, you know, he's fulfilling his word, and he is a man of his word, like he showed. I was meant to be out in Paris as well last month, but that fell through. So we've a good few dates lined up, and it's just about getting in and performing each time and showing exactly what I'm working on in the gym and improving.
And you've got a dream, and you're not afraid to say it out loud. You've said it, I've heard you say it in multiple interviews. One day, undisputed world champion. It's incredible, and you're saying it with so much confidence, Adam, but I know you're putting in the work. You took yourself away from home. You're living in Liverpool, miles away from home. Tell us about the kind of sacrifice you're making to get to that.
It's hard, Dev. You know, it is hard. You know, I'm on FaceTime with my mum and dad and my brothers and sisters, and I'm nearly tearing up because I can't be with them. You know, I'm chasing this dream, and it means so much to me that I have to take myself out of that environment and just be by myself. It's not easy, you know, every day coming back from the gym, body smashed, but it'll be worth it in the end. You know, when I have them belts and I'm able to give my parents the life that they never had, it'll be worth it.
That's amazing, and I hope you can do it as well. You've got the mindset for it. I've seen you around all the heavyweight shows. You're getting there, you're getting amongst it. I did a joint interview with yourself and Leo Atang at the Doncaster show as well. It's going to happen at one day, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, it's going to happen. But you know, I'm confident, and I back myself against anybody, any man. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'll fight anybody, and I'll be damned to let anybody take my opportunities away from me. So, you know, when that fight happens, it happens. Leo's a good fella, but you know, we're in the same weight division, and I have to prove why I am undisputed one day.
Brilliant. Well, love to hear it, and very much looking forward to June 20th and then August the 1st for you, Adam Alani, in the future of the heavyweight division. Let's speak to the takeover then, a man who in his last fight won the first belt of his career, amateur and pro, I understand, Stephen Cairns, and congratulations on that win last time in Dublin. I feel like there's so many more belts in your future.
100%. That was a special night for me. It was the first night where obviously I won my first belt, but first night doing 10 rounds, so that was another box ticked off, and I showed that I can, in the later rounds, I can turn up a gear, get my opponent out of there. I think I put on a really good performance, and I'm excited to be back here now, August 1st, and do it all over again.
One of the things I heard you say after that fight, and you said it to your coach, Dave Caldwell, and he was sort of pushing back on you a little bit. You said, Dave, I'm not a prospect anymore. Where are you now? Are you still kind of wanting prospect kind of build, or do you feel like a contender?
Like in my mind, I'm a contender, but obviously this is up to my management to guide my career. I'm a fighter, I'll fight anybody, but I would like to get another 1 or 2 10-round fights, and then see where we go from there. Maybe try fight for some kind of European title, something like that. We get back down to Cork next summer. Would be a dream of mine to get down to Marquee. I've been travelling for my whole career. I've been fighting in Uzbekistan, Germany, Spain, everywhere, and to be able to give my fans and supporters a home night in Cork, it would be great, and get the European title on that.
Look, I hope to see it. And when I've spoken to fighters over the years, there's 2 types of fighters. There's the guys that will only focus on themselves. They won't look at anyone else in the division. But then there are guys who focus on that person, be like, oh, I could fight him one day, I could beat him, etc., etc. Have you got your eyes on people in your division, or are you just focused on Stephen Cairns?
Yeah, so I'm always looking at opponents in the lightweight division. There's a lot of great fights out there for me. I look at kind of, you see, even with Matchroom, Cameron Vong, I think that would be a great fight for me. There's fights out there, and again, I'll fight anybody. It's up to my management to guide my career, do what they need to do, but I'll be ready. I'm in the gym all the time. I never miss sessions. I'll work hard, and I'll get my opportunity, and I'll take it with both hands.
Was that you putting your name in the hat for any 5v5, 7v7 Queensberry matchroom there?
Absolutely. Let's get it on.
Best of luck to you, Stephen Cairns.
Thanks so
Okay,
much.
let's get back to this main event then. I mean, it was starting to get a little bit juicy earlier with Pierce O'Leary and Mark Chamberlain. Pierce, I've got to ask you, you boxed Maxi Hughes last time. You really set about him. You were very aggressive, seemed to have no real respect for anything coming back. You can't afford to do that against Mark Chamberlain, right?
No, look, the blueprint was there to beat Maxi, and the blueprint was there to beat Chamberlain. But the same thing is, two different tactics. We just had to deal with it on fight night, and when we found out that Mark had to pull out due to illness, Maxi was already, without me knowing, was already agreed to the fight. The fight was agreed on my behalf without me knowing, and I went, okay, what's the game plan now? And you're like, just do this and that's what we're going to win. And that's exactly what I done. Went out, put the pressure on, and he wasn't out with it and he drowned it.
So you say the blueprint's already there to beat Mark Chamberlain. Are you talking about his fight with Josh Padley, or are you talking about other fights where you've seen things? What are you...
Just previous fights. Look, no, I'm not disrespecting Mark in any way, but I believe in myself so much, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. And look, we agreed to fight Mark in November for March. So from November to now, well, from November till August, we'll be preparing for Mark. So it's just picking up where we left off. And after the last fight, went back into the gym 10 days later, 2 weeks later, and there I was there, back with Philip down the pads again. And I said, what are we doing? And he was like, we're just picking up where we left off, and that was the game plan. Walking on the game plan where we left off.
When it came to fight week of that Maxi Hughes fight, it was getting closer and closer, of course, to fight night. It was going to be a big, big homecoming for you. And you gave Maxi quite a kind of menacing message. I'd never heard you speak with so much intent before. You said, I'm going to show you who the boss is. I'm going to show you what it's like to grow up around here, 200 metres from the venue, what it's like to be from Dublin. Have you got the same sort of menace about you going into this fight with Mark Chamberlain?
Once that's in you there, once that's instilled in you from a young age, that doesn't leave you. And that's exactly what I have going into this fight. Look, I'm a bit annoyed at Mark because Mark was the one that let the show in jeopardy. Fair play to Maxi for stepping in to save the show, but he nearly let the whole crowd down.
But put yourself in my shoes. You have a chest infection, 3 weeks out from the biggest fight of your life. What are you going to do?
No, look, I respect you.
Right.
You made the decision, but you left the show in jeopardy.
And there's no issues with me turning up, because why would I accept to take the fight for X amount of money and an opportunity to be sat here now to be scared to fight you? Come on.
I don't know. I think Turkey is. I think Turkey paid you too much money. I think they're in them silk
The
pajamas.
money's irrelevant. You get your deal, I get mine. We get it on the night.
Oh no, bro. I think you're in them silk pajamas. Just want you to show up. That's all. Are you going to show up?
100%. Of course I am.
In the word and give everyone your word.
Of course I'm going to show up.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's hope you don't get ill and you don't show up.
Please, God.
Right,
I hope you not, because the show's on me and I've got these young talents beside me and
Don't let us down.
I'm okay. And I wish you best luck in camp, that you don't get sick.
Try not to.
Good stuff.
Train
Well, look,
hard.
we're here now. I've got these solid talents beside me, and to be able to put a show on again 5 months later after the forcing, I'm doing something right.
Mark, let me just ask you, you're looking at Pierce there. The glasses are on. Frank Warren often says that he's like Clark Kent and Superman. The glasses come off and he turns into Superman. Are you ready to fight Superman August 1st?
Yeah, 100%. The pressure's on him, really. Like you say, it's the homecoming was last time, I believe. Obviously, he's won the world title. He's now defending it in the same venue. I just got to make sure I train hard and turn up on the night, and that's it, really. Do you know what I mean? It's irrelevant it being in Dublin in his back garden as such, because the pressure on the outside and the people the other side, he says, she said, and people booing and all that, it's irrelevant. Like, at the end of the day, it's just me and Pierce in the ring. Whatever else gets said outside here or outside the venue, it's irrelevant, really. They say August the 1st is just me and Pierce in there on the night, so that's all we need to focus on.
I think the only chance you had of coming close to beating me, Mark, was the forcing. And you missed your chance.
The what?
The pressure was on me. Had all the
The
pressure on
pressure
me.
is still on you.
No, it's not. I've been there, I've done it. It's time to go and do it again. I know the feeling. I know what it's like. And I want more of it. So,
The pressure gets worse.
nah, it only gets better. Well, if the pressure gets worse, I become better. So, I don't mind. Put the extra pressure on me then.
No problem.
Let me ask you this, Mark. I mean, your last fight, it was with Jack Rafferty. A draw, that looks very good now because we've seen what Jack Rafferty's done moving up to welterweight, just beat Echo Esserman. So that's a kind of, almost looks like a good result for you. But it was a close fight, right? And it went to the judges in Manchester against a Manchester fighter. Can you afford to go to the judges against Pierce O'Leary in Dublin?
No, I mean, obviously that's in the past now. That was nearly 12 months ago, like you say. But yeah, just got to turn up. Like Pierce said, we've had extra time to work on things, vice versa, him in his camp, mine and mine. So it's all about the preparation. We've both had enough preparation and made the best man win on the night. It's as simple as that.
All right, we're going to get a few questions from the media, but I've got one for Pierce just before we come to the media. Pierce, I saw something, you going around on a horse with Steve Collins. It looks like Irish boxing is truly on your back now, right?
Yeah, 100%. Sure, he passed the torch out to me, as he said. So the pressure's on me. I said the pressure's on me. That's where I performed to me best. And having Steve Collins going, doing what he done, beating Eubanks and then Ben twice, I think I'm going to go and do the same thing. They're going to call me the Brit Basher. That's what they're going to call me. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to go and do. So yeah, Steve, it was fantastic. It was unbelievable to go and be with him on a horse. I never met him before, and it was just like taking Duck to Ward when I met him, and it felt like a new more in my life. And the stories he told me and the stories I told him, and the goals that he had, Jordan's career and the goals that I have now, for after boxing, are very similar, like the similarity of each other. So he's a bit goosebumps and the hairs are standing up on him, and he was made up that I've got a good head on my shoulders, that I'm gonna do very well. And yeah, it was good. It was nice. It was iconic. It never been done before. Two world champion, well, a former world champion and a current world champion going around Dublin past the Guinness distillery on horseback. So it was nice to be able to go and do that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the promo, which I'm sure will be out very, very soon. Let's go to the media then for some questions. If you just introduce yourself before asking your question, please.
Just Rob Hines from the Irish Mirror. Just, Pierce, you spoke about it there, but bringing these shows back, you've dreamt of it for so many years. To have two within a couple of months with a load of Irish lads on the card, it just must mean an awful lot to you.
Yeah, it means, like, as I said, Irish boxing's on my back, and that's what I plan on doing. And look, give these Bobby, Adam, Steve, give them these the opportunities to fight early on in their career in Dublin, in Ireland, something that I couldn't wish, like I would have wished I've been able to do. I didn't. I was up and down the UK, doing it the hard way, and now the rewards are paying off, and these young lads, these talents, these are getting to show the homegrown talents in the area. And look, Katie has one more last dance, and when she goes, I am, and I will believe I'm the next Irish superstar.
Rian Nocter from the Irish Independent. Pierce, you touched on obviously the first fight week in Dublin. What lessons did you learn from that fight week that'll make this one a lot easier for you?
None. To be honest with you, I never felt anything different. That's the truth. I was so fully locked in and focused, and I plan on doing the same thing again, which I will. And the hype and everything else and the pressure, blah, blah, that's all outdoor. That's not in the gym with me. And people say that, people hear it from amongst themselves, and all I do is live in the dream. All I do is live in the gym, and when I'm in the gym, it's just me and my coaches, and when I'm back home, I'm with my family, but we don't speak boxing in the house, so I don't hear anything outside.
Brennan from Off the Ball. I just have a quick one for Mark. Obviously, having put in all the preparation in to fight Pearse the first time round, was there anything specifically from his win against Maxie Hughes that you can take from that and kind of add to the preparation you've already done?
No, not really. We expected Pearse to be explosive and do what he done to Maxie. No, it all relies the same really. Just back in the gym doing what we were doing first time round, but just with a bit of extra time. Really simple and same as before.
Tom Ivers with Boxing Scene. It's for both the main event. Do you believe you're fighting the best fighter in your career?
I don't believe, no. I had a harder fight back in 2 years ago, which was against an Armenian, and he hasn't fought anyone in the UK since, and I doubt anybody wants it. So, look, for me, to have him on my resume and to do what I done to him, it's given me, not confidence, but goes to show where my skills are at and how far I can go. So, yeah, no, I'm focused.
Mark?
Yeah, I would say obviously Pearse is up there with the best person, probably him and Rafi that I have fought up to date. But as to say, if you're going to say within the careers, probably not. No.
Okay, interesting. Thank you everyone for your questions. Let's get a final message from Pearse and Mark Chamberlain here. Start with you, Mark Chamberlain. Just tell everyone here and tell Pearse O'Leary what's going to happen August 1st, please.
I haven't really got much to say, to be honest. Just have a good camp, stay safe, and see you on the 1st of August. That's it.
Pearse, final word to you.
I just want to say a massive thanks to Frank and George and everyone at Queensberry, all the colleagues at Queensberry, for believing in me, investing in me, and once again come back to Dublin, giving us all a good starting point off in people's careers, and for myself being a home fighter again and keeping everyone around the area and Ireland excited for Irish boxing. That's what it's all about, and I plan on going out and being successful on the 1st of August, getting the win, and we'll push on because we got some big plans in December. So, look, I'm not overlooking Mark. I don't disrespect him. I rate him as a fighter. So I believe he'll probably bring one of the best skills out of me. So let's see fight night.
Okay, good stuff. Tickets are on sale right now via ticketmaster.ie, and of course August 1st will be live around the world on the global home of boxing, DAZN. We're going to get some photos down the front, and then we're going to get a face-off between Pearse O'Leary and Mark Chamberlain. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your card August 1st.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for